My grandma told me about this quote that's hanging in her kitchen. Maybe I can get her to read it to you later. Will you tell us the quote that you have on your kitchen?
The quote. My favorite quote is Charlie Brown. And Lucy and Charlie Brown are sitting and having a chat. And she looks up at Charlie and said, "Do you know what the secret to life is?" And Charlie said, "No." And she says, "You just hang around until you get used to it." And I find that so sweet and simple.
When I first heard this quote, I was like, that sounds so defeatist. You just survive through life until the shit that happens in this world doesn't even faze you anymore. That's how I interpreted it. Obviously, that's not what it's saying. I actually think it's very aligned with yogic principles that I've learned. Yoga teaches that the goal is to be able to be the stillness in the middle of a storm. The goal is not to prevent difficulty, to prevent hardship. That would be a very unrealistic goal to have. The goal is to sit in the inevitability that hardships are going to come and to know that you have the strength to stand still and watch those storms pass as opposed to getting swept away with the wind. And I think that that's what the quote that my grandma loves was also talking about. The more life you live, the more experiences and hardships you go through, the more opportunities you have to prove to yourself that you are able to get through even the things that you don't think that you're going to be able to get through. And the more times that you prove this to yourself, the less fear you live in on a daily basis that bad things are going to happen, that hard things are going to happen, that things are not going to go to plan. They aren't. It's inevitable that things are going to go off of your plan, that things are going to happen that are going to shake you a little bit, but to be able to sit in your truth and watch the storms pass, that is the goal. Not to prevent something that's inevitable, but to learn how to ebb and flow with the ebbs and flows of life. And what does it mean to you?
It means simple and sweet. Don't sweat the small stuff. Beware of the things you can change and cannot change. In doing those things, you basically hang around until you get used to life. And it's just, to me, so simple.
You're beautiful, Grandma.
Jada,
You're beautiful.
thank you. You are very special.
Love you.
Love you too.